Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for NASDAQ, SPX and Dow Jones. We're gonna start with our Monday. Wish you a nice start. Of course, we'll see the probabilities and we took our confirmation for higher. We're gonna talk about it, how it's gonna change our probabilities and what is next. So starting of course here on the 4 hours chart, just to check where are we here. And I want to talk about this potential wave 4 here, why it is taking so much time, especially after a potential finish the impulse there, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 can be possible. We're extending here, yeah, just because of the correction we are trying to extend. But when you think about it like wave 4, what is alternating over there? Yeah, so the wave 2 here is very, very shallow, and I'm start to think like, what are we alternating? Therefore, of course, there is a probability where your wave 4 can be simply finished over there with this low. And then we are still pushing in bullish here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in higher probability, right? Otherwise, we are really bearish here. A, B, and a C unfolding, which is at least here the ending diagonal to reach the 1-to-1 fib level and can be your W, X, and a wave Y for later on. However, I'm still thinking here because we took the confirmation for higher, which is a key level, waiting for it for the market opening here. And we took it 29K844, meaning invalidation of any double 1-2. But that doesn't invalidate yet, of course, the diagonal. So meaning the diagonal downward still there. Of course, it just push the probabilities a little bit for the bullish because it has removed just one probabilities for the bearish, right? But that doesn't mean that we are not still in a potential wave 5. But by taking this high here, I would say that probabilities are higher for the bullish still, meaning I would say this has gave already a 5% here for the bullish and reduce, of course, the bearish for 5%. So we still 70% for the bullish, despite, of course, the moves there. You need something here as an ABC, especially if this is an expanding flat, guys, that we are looking at here. After 3 ways down here, you have another 3 ways up. Yeah, so we have kind of like a expanding flat for a wave B, again making another bigger expanding flat as an A, B, and a C here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So still very likely, of course, that we can get one more wave 5, but that doesn't mean that we are not bullish there. And we still can be, of course, in a wave 1 there. 1, 2, yeah, so meaning pushing for higher, or an ABC in a very high probability, because you are looking here in case, of course, of bullish, you're looking for something like that, guys, for a diagonal. And because this is looking also can be both, I would say this can be an ABC. The wave C here is very extended, so the same thing can repeat itself for the wave 3. So I'm looking if this is an A, B, and a C there, and then wave 4 and a wave 5, guys, for kind of like an ending diagonal in very high probability. So I would say 70% for the bullish is still there. Can we get one more low? Yes, definitely. To finish, of course, this impulse can be, but things are tending to be much more bullish, especially after taking, of course, this confirmation for higher. So I'm looking here anyway for something ABC at least. Yeah, so 1-to-1 Fibonacci level 30K. First, of course, by breaking this, then we are moving and heading with an extended wave C here for the wave 3 to take the perfect fib level, then 4 and a 5. Great, so that was it for NASDAQ. Let's move to SPX. For SPX as well, our probability were already bullish, 70%. Well, that because SPX was showing a very strong momentum toward the upside. Our target hit perfectly our new high taken at the market opening even very nicely. Yeah, so I think even the market close was taken a new high there. So we have registered already a 1, 2, 3 here, and then 4 and a 5. We're looking still for higher at the end. Now, even your wave 3 can still push for higher, but be careful, it might be a short one here. What is beautiful is that we remove the triangle. Finally, something is out here to be less, I would say, less crowded for SPX. We're left here with the diagonal. the ending diagonal as a 1 2 3 and then 4 and a 5 can still be even unfinished wave 3, so we'll see. Don't forget that if the price push for higher there for the 7k 651, which is 1-to-1 Fibonacci level, this makes the wave 3 longer than wave 1, and that means of course we are in a very likely potential scenario for a massive wave 3 there. Can be of course a large 1 2 and wave 3 4 and a 5 here as an impulse. This is what I mean, guys. Once we break this key level, it's a confirmation for higher prices. It's a large green flag or bull flag there that it might be unfolding. So basically 15-minute chart, if we get inside this structure, we are looking here at a 1 2 3. Well, actually this is a double 1 2, as we mentioned. It's a 1 2 there, another 1 AB and a C wave 2, and very likely that we push for higher still. Otherwise, you have to consider that this is kind of like a 1 2 and then 1 2 3 4 and a 5, so wave 3. But the wave 4 here, this wick that it took the low there, is also a question mark, so we gotta be careful. But basically, I'm still looking for something higher in both case scenarios. So if we are here in a 1 2 and a wave 3 4 and a 5, you're still looking for a wave 5, so that is very likely the highest probability. In case we are in a 1 2 and another 1 2 here, and there is another 1 2 3 4 5, meaning it's a double 1 2, and this is your wave 3 unfolding for something very massive, can be. So in both case scenarios, I'm looking still for higher, at least here one more high. Yeah, so at least one more high that it can be, of course, bullish as well. Then I'm looking for lower later on for a wave 4 and a 5, unless of course things meaning just like that, guys. This is your bearish trend here, and then pushing one more high for the wave 5. Okay, so this is a bullish. In case we are bullish directly from there, that is a probability, but this is gonna be a very massive bullish scenario at wave 3 once we break the 1-to-1 Fibonacci level. Okay, so those are also the probabilities here for SPX. The probabilities to change here, of course, since we took the high, I would say, since we have changed it, of course, in the latest, in the last analysis, once we took the high, because this is the gap of the market opening, that means, yes, we took the high and we changed our probabilities. I know that we dive a little bit deeper, but I'm not going to change this. I'm still 70% bullish and 30% bearish, guys. If we take the high here, yeah, again, that means, of course, this will push or increase to 75. If we break the 886, I'm going to 80% that we are very bullish. Okay, 80% that we are very bullish, that it's a massive wave 3 that it might be unfolded. Once we break the 1-to-1 fib level, well, it's 90% bullish, guys. So that was it for SPX. We're gonna push for Dow Jones as well. For Dow Jones here, we are looking for this double 1 2. Still, of course, signal of strength taken here, confirmation for higher. Probabilities were already 65 for a bullish there, and we still there looking for a potential double 1 2. Now we got here yeah, a very strong wave 4 in case we are impulsive, so we are starting to taking the invalidation of bearish here. If this is taken soon, then of course we're gonna raise the bullish here probabilities to 70%, and we're looking, of course, for higher. Once we break, of course, the confirmation here, that means 75 to 80%. We're pushing even for the 53k $708. Otherwise, you're still looking for something, yeah, just like that, like a large AB and a C as an ending diagonal to hit the 1.618. This is your bearish. But basically, this is not looking good for this scenario, I would say. Much higher probability is continuation toward the upside here so far. We'll see, guys, if this is going to happen. If not, of course, we're going to go back a little bit lower, 60 by 40% for the bearish. That was it for NASDAQ, SPX, and Dow Jones. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.